because Cyrus is right. Every line he spoke, there were probably about 2 Chinese people in the theater just crying their ass off.
This is so amazing.
Brilliant. Bravo!
I would have liked the movie better if it had ended with and there was never a tyrannical leader in China again.
I don't know. Maybe in Mandarin, what they were saying is, "Can you believe these fucking white people? They actually paid to see this shit. Oh my god, I can't believe they're paying us to be in this fucking movie. Just shut up and play along."
That's funny. Yeah, we don't understand what's saying. They give us different subtitles, but Jet Li's on the screen, 20 feet tall, and he's like, "You fucking idiots! You came in to watch this movie. You should be killed for this shit."
You knew Brendan Fraser was in it. What the fuck were you people thinking?
Brave Chinamen, your time is coming soon, and we will conquer these American fools.
Yes, make a mummy 4. Lower your intelligence. We will conquer you soon. Yes.
Just wait, next summer I play the Mandarin.
Man, is it worth me even pointing out that these weren't even technically mummies? I mean, they were frozen by some kind of mystical spell in stone, but that doesn't make you a mummy.
You're making a technical problem with this film.
I'm just saying. I just want it recorded and noted.
They weren't really
they weren't really mummies.
Now,
this is a stretch beyond a stretch.
Yeah,
It's
the
funny
same way
be-
that
yeah.
the prequels aren't really Star Wars films. Same thing, really.
Well, it's just funny. Like I said, first of all, this is directed by Rob Cohen, who did not direct the first 2 movies. You guys told me that.
Right.
Because I asked you,
Right, yeah, Stephen Sommers directed the first
Man
2.
in Black and all. And he did those.
No, that's Barry Sonnenfeld.
Barry Sonnenfeld. Okay.
Now, Stephen Sommers did those first 2 movies. I think he did Ghost Ship or one of those.
No,
those
he
ship
did.
movies.
He did Deep Rising.
Okay, that's the one.
That's-
That's the
that
one.
He did The Mummies, and he's guess what, guys? He's directing G.I. Joe.
Oh, that's right. That's probably why he couldn't do this, because he was working on G.I. Joe.
Yeah, guys. I'm playing with G.I. I'm directing G.I. Joe. That's the ticket. Yeah, no, this
So this is Rob Cohen, who did The Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
and Triple X, and to his credit, he did a Rat Pack movie for HBO that I thought was pretty good.
that was a badass little film.
yeah, that was good. So I was like, okay, Rob Cohen, this could work out, but unfortunately not.
Well, look, I'm not going to even blame the director. This is
Might
one of
not be
those-
his fault. You're right.
This is one of those things where I got paid. If I want to do this project, if
Yeah.
I want to keep working, I got to do this. And
I want to see what the hell the project is that Brendan Fraser has building up to, because it's better be fucking good.
Oh no, dude, he's trying to afford his hair plugs.
No, the project he's working towards is called A Really Nice House.
yeah,
And I think he is going to succeed.
well, this movie, another reason why it doesn't work is because in addition to the characters that you don't believe or don't care about, this movie has no rules. Hence what I've been saying about making stuff that go along. It gets to a point where you got to say, okay, we got to abide by something. I mean, even in this world, we got to have some rules, but they don't do it. They just, as a matter of fact, they are so ruleless in this movie that there's even, they make up the rules of mummies as they go along, because this mummy just came out of nowhere. I mean, don't nobody really know anything about him except like maybe 3 people. It ain't Brendan Fraser and his wife.
Right.
But yet something happens, and then Brendan Fraser's wife, Maria Bello, peeks out and says, "We must hurry. His powers are going to return soon." They'll be like, "Bitch, how you know that?"
No, the thing that just kills me is that you're watching this movie and you're seeing the directions that it could go to tell a coherent story, or at least attempt to tell a good story. Even if it's cheesy, you can see where they're going, and they just skip it entirely. Here we have this army being led by this general who was murdered because he was in love with the woman that the emperor had deemed as his own, and he is about to return to dust. At the same moment, the woman he loved, who has been immortal for 2,000 years, is dying, and they don't so much as get a look at one another.
Yeah. No.
They don't get to go off together or do some kind of happy ending. No,
because
she dies, and he just waves and smiles and turns into dust.
Because they were not white. Only the white people get the good stuff in here. Only the bullets miss them. The booby traps miss them.
That's true.
And they're the only ones who get to have a romance.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm going to be fair because we're always talking about how black people die first. I mean, if you Asian and you running along with Brendan Fraser or anybody in his family, you dead. You dead.
It doesn't matter what color you are. If it's not white, you're not going to make it to the end of the movie.
Only if you fuck the sun. That's the only way you get to live.
And then even if you are dead, you were dead because you ain't going at the end of the movie. You're going to come back and be like, well, we did something.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
but could somebody explain to me who the fucking Raiders of the Lost Ark interior decorator is that, hey, we're going to build a tomb. You know, it'd be great if there were lots of things to kill people randomly. Yeah, no particular reason because, you know, we just want to kill people. Hey, look, somebody's in here.
We got to make them
let's have
out
a machine gun crossbow.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
let's have this two walls crash in and squash people.
We got to
That
make
would
them
be
out of
awesome.
clay and wood, and they still got to work after 2,000 years.
Oh yeah, no, that was crazy. Yeah, I mean, they had traps they didn't even explain. One guy got blown by steam and shit. He turned into a frog or something. I was like, damn, can that happen? What the heck? I mean, it's like they really did not care.
Yeah,
I
I can't unplug my VCR for 6 months without it not working afterwards. This shit works after 2,000 years. Fuck that. Fuck that hard.
damn, ancient Chinese secret was. I mean, yeah, I
Really,
really.
is at the core of this, there was this idea. Somebody came in and said, you know what, I've got a good idea for a third Mummy movie. And they're like, you know what, that is a good idea. So that guy left and went and did something else completely. And then they hired, I don't know, some kid at the playground at recess to come in and write the actual script for it.
Well, that's the killing thing about this is like it's got great production values, and some of these effects are pretty cool. And within it, you're like, you know what? There's enough here to have a good movie. But they didn't like reach far enough, not because they were scared or didn't have the ability. They were just lazy.
Yeah, no, because I will tell you, as much as we're making fun of some of the creatures in here, I actually like the Yetis, the way they look. I like the way they interacted with the people, because the Yetis drove an ambulance out there and picked up somebody. I was like, you know, when they were all injured, they came in and saved the day. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. It'd be nice if they had something deeper to go with this to make these characters a lot cooler, something you can believe in.
Well, you look at Rob Cohen and you look at what he's done before, and every movie you look at that is, you know, somewhat, you know, passable or enjoyable, like
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious,
Yeah.
relied entirely on the charisma of its actors.
True.
And here, this movie's resting on Brendan fucking Fraser. You know what? I want to like the guy, but the guy is a charisma black hole. He is not a true hero in any stretch of the imagination. And he's the strong-jawed guy in this. Everybody else is the goofballs around him. It's you don't pick him as your hero. And Stephen Sommers somehow knew how to get something out of him to make those first two films work. Rob Cohen doesn't.
Well, that's an interesting point, because the whole time I'm thinking, in those first two movies, they made Brendan Fraser, and Brendan Fraser's likable. I like him. Now, do I think of him being a big action star like Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones? No, I don't. But for some reason, he worked in the first two Mummy movies. In this movie, for some reason, this is the first time that it felt as forced as I thought it would have before. Ricochet, fuckhead, whatever his name is.
Ricochet Rabbit.
Whatever his name was, Ricochet somebody. And I was,
O'Connell.
Ricochet O'Connell. because we
yes.
needed to put two Irish names together.
yeah, exactly.
I'm Ricochet O'Connor.
Okay, did-
Something or
Oh,
other.
McCloud.
Did you guys notice how, like, okay, when Jet Li turns into a three-headed dragon and flies off, and like, we'll never catch him. And he's like, no, you don't understand. My buddy with the airplane, Mad Dog, he can catch anything in his plane. Ignoring the fact that they were a day's hike away from that airplane.
Don't spoil
I
it.
know, more than a day.
Don't inject logic into
No,
this, Leon.
because they were going downhill this time back to the plane. So
Oh,
they
man.
just took a
They
sled.
What makes you think that if he can turn into a dragon, how come he just didn't stay a dragon and just swoop over?
I know.
It's dead people.
Yeah.
You can't. If you just blow on them, they will whisper away in the dust.
Well,
This
his
is-
little magic meter goes down pretty
Okay,
fast.
oh,
You can
yes.
only be a dragon for like, what, 30 seconds, right? Before you have to get some more mana.
Oh yeah,
You can
what-
buy it at the store.
Yeah, let's just make up our own shit right now. Oh yes, of course, his magic meter went to empty. He didn't stop off to get some more magic gas.
Yeah,
All right.
his mana wasn't high enough. That's all.
But no, I
know,
mean,
I
that,
was-
that class is really hard to play in.
I was really disappointed though, because they really they had a lot of promise there at the end. I mean, Michelle Yeoh was if he gets into the big pool of sparkly blue shit, he can turn into the worst creatures imaginable. And I didn't see Paris Hilton. I just saw a three-headed dragon. I could dream up some shit that's worse than this shit. It's just I couldn't believe it. It was so disappointing.
can I, in this kind of movie, look, if you want to make it good, just get goddamn ridiculous with it. You gonna call out Yetis and three-headed dragons? Bring a leprechaun in with a machine gun. Bring
There you go.
the Easter bunny out with
Didn't they
grenades.
have that in this?
he might have been one running by. We might have missed it. Yeah. I mean, bring Santa Claus in. Have him like just flame throwing people. I mean, it's just
Bring in the script to Mummy 4. I mean, just really fuck with people.
You know what? You're probably right. The guy probably like they called him up and they told some intern, look, man, we got to get this script. Where is it? I lost it. I fucking lost it.
Don't you go in there and tell them that. You got tonight. You better write a new one.
You better write something.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck it. I don't know. Fucking Yetis. That's it, dude.
I can do it overnight. You don't have overnight. They're going to be here in 2 hours. Get something written.
So you keep making fun of the Yetis. The Yetis, when the Yetis showed up, that was the one point in the movie that it was like, wow, here they did something cool with this story. And then they shit on it. But
You're right.
But
no, you're absolutely right.
you-
When the Yetis first show up, it's like, hey, this is something cool. It's something different.
And you can even see how that played when they were pitching it. Like, and then the Yeti show, oh, we've never seen that before. And the Yeti design is really kind of cool and
Yeah.
very different from what we've seen before. They're more kind of Arctic cat people, and it's kind of neat. But then they just get fucking silly again. And this movie just wants to be retarded. It
Yeah.
wants to be one joke after another, and that's not how this works.
I think Rob Cohen is dealing heroin, and this is obviously a cover-up or something, because I can't think of another good reason why anyone would have greenlit this piece of shit.
By the way, he's right. The Yetis do look cool, but they kind of do look like gay Bigfoots.
They
They look like cats.
No, I agree. They look cool, but the moment one flew off a roof doing a kung fu roundhouse kick, I went, all right, so where is the martial arts school that are teaching Yetis? What is
Yeah.
going on here?
It's naturally taught, and you don't know their society.
Well, they know kung fu genetically.
You-
then.
Exactly. You don't-
It's Tiger style, motherfucker. Back off.
Exactly. You don't know what schools they got back there. They probably got strip mall, all kind of karate schools.
These are Yetis that guard Shangri-La.
Yeah.
There can't be a monastery in Shangri-La.
What did you notice how Shangri-La was nothing more than a matte painting? Like they never let us get close enough.
I was,
to
I
actually
was
see
waiting
it.
for that Monty Python moment where they're like, it's only a model.
Totally a model.
That is so funny. I thought I missed that because I went out to get pizza. I said, "Fuck it, I'm hungry. I ain't missing nothing." You mean to tell me they never stepped foot
No.
in Shang? That dude looked at that scenery and nobody got to touch it.
Nobody. They never got
there
any
was
closer.
a CG bird. There was- no, I'm not. You laugh, but I'm
was a
serious.
CG
There,
bird,
you
you're
see
right.
the Batman, and then you see the CG bird flying in front of it. It's like, wow. And they have to have the mugging character
Hannah.
Hannah go. It's so beautiful. I could open a casino.
Yeah, fuck
It's
it.
like, oh my god, you can't even let us enjoy Shangri-La.
I know. You know what? I had the exact same thought. I'm like, you can't even let us enjoy Shangri-La.
Yeah, I know that. Brother can't even step foot in here. Y'all showed us this shit, and I
Oh,
well.
that's why we didn't get to go. You guys were in the audience. They're not going to let black guys in Shangri-La.
Exactly.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They're like,
Do you know what would happen to
whoa
the
there.
property values?
Hey there, brother. Sorry, there's a bit of a waiting list for Shangri-La. Y'all
Well, come
stand
on.
in that line over there.
I mean, if we had went in with Brendan Fraser and Shangri-La, we just die.
You're
So,
gonna
yeah,
want-
we would've been
you're gonna-
killed anyway.
You're going to want the Shangri-La service entrance over there.
yeah, they would have had some monkeys jump out from the trees and eat us alive or something.
Yeah, but let's usher the yak in this way.
Yeah, exactly. You mean the yak gets to go before? And that yak looking at us, sorry, brother. Yeah,
Man, what can I do?
Welcome to Asia.
I bought property in Shangri-La. Cheap.
But no, man, I will close out with this before I get my rating. I'm trying to be fair with everything. I mean, what I did like about it, I did like the beginning. I thought as stupid as it was kind of a cool setup. I was like, ooh, Jet Li's bad. Boy, I can't wait for this. But then after that, it just dropped the ball. I did, of course, as we keep saying, like the Yetis. And I did kind of like the end where they brought the good army back. I was like, oh shit, it's on now. But they really didn't do that much with it. So I think if you're 11 or 12, okay, watch it on DVD. But anybody else, if you over 12, if you're just 12 and a half, somebody should pull you aside and say, this is bullshit. Cut that off. So I'm going to say rental overall.
Yeah, I have to agree with you wholeheartedly on just about every point you made. I mean, even like as much as I may have wanted to go at that battle at the end, I'm like, okay, it's a bunch of statues fighting a bunch of skeletons. This is like watching Clone Wars, where it's a bunch of robots fighting a bunch of toys. I mean, I just have nothing at stake here. But yeah, if you're a little kid, sure, rental. Other than that, stay the fuck away from it.
This is just typing, man. This isn't even writing. And I can't, I'm not a little kid, but I remember when I was a kid, even then I could go through some stuff. You know what? This is stupid. I don't like this. It's dumb. So I'm going to say this is some old bullshit because there's really not enough here to make it worth anyone seeing.
I can't argue with
Yeah,
you.
fair enough. I
Yeah.
won't defend it.
This is ass-tastic. I did not like it. You know what? There's part of me that says, you're going to be drawn to it anyway, rent it. But really, I'm happy to be out of that theater. So some old bullshit.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
fair enough.
I was extremely bored too. So yeah,
I have never seen a theater full of critics so humiliated to be in a movie as I did. And I was looking around at everyone, and everyone was just humiliated. You guys, Harry, every critic there just had their hand over their face and didn't want to be recognized sitting in the theater. Because it's like, no, I don't want to be known for being in the theater with the yak joke and the Yetis playing football. I'm sorry. I cannot take this.